This is question number 3 on the 1.7 MyLab math homework on square and cubic units. So in this question, we're told that a yard is 6 feet by 37 feet. And we're being asked to find the area in square meters. So when I multiply the length times width that are given to me, I'll get square feet, and I need to convert that into square meters. So let's see what that'll look like. Let's start by finding our area. We find the area of a rectangle by multiplying length times width. So my area is going to be 60 feet times 37 feet, and I'll type that into my calculator. And that gives me 2,220 square feet. And again, I need to change those square feet into square meters. So I'm going to take that starting amount. I'm going to take that 2,220 square feet. But instead of writing feet, square feet with an exponent, I'm going to write that out as feet times feet. That way I can see that my length is currently in feet and my width is currently in feet. And we need to convert those dimensions into meters. And unfortunately, when I look on my table over here, I know meters to yards, but they don't tell me meters to feet. So I'm going to start by converting those feet into yards, and then I'll change the yards into meters. So to start this off, I'm going to change my length. So my length is currently in feet, so I'm going to put feet in the denominator. And that length is going to be converted from feet into yards because I know 1 yard cashes in for 3 feet. So that'll convert my length into yards, but I need to repeat that for my width. So right now my width is in feet, so I'm going to put feet in the denominator down here. Okay. So again, 1 yard is going to cash in for 3 feet. So my width now is going to be converted into yards. But I want meters, so I'm going to do 2 more conversion factors. So right now my length is in yards, so I'm going to put yards in the denominator since my length is currently in the numerator up here. So yards in the denominator. So what do I know about yards? I know that 1.0936 yards cashes in for 1 meter. So now my length has been converted to meters. And I'll repeat the same thing for my width. Yards are in the numerator, so I'll put yards in the denominator. For my width. And again, 1.0936 yards cashes in for 1 meter. So my yards will cancel out, and now my length is in meters and my width is in meters. So when I multiply length times width, I'm going to be multiplying meters times meters, which would be square meters, which is my goal. So we know we're ready to calculate. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply all the numerators together and all the denominators together. So I'm going to multiply 2,220 times 1 times 1 times 1 meter times 1 meter. That'll give me 2,220 meters squared in the numerator. But then I need to multiply my denominator. So 1 times 3 times 3 times this decimal number times that decimal number. And there's no units left in the denominator. So I'm just multiplying my numbers. And that gave me 10.7636 and a whole bunch of other decimals, but I think that should be enough. And now to get my answer, I'm going to divide the top number by the bottom number. So in my calculator, I'll type 2,220 divided by 10.7636, and I'm using my curly equal sign because this is just an estimate since I'll have to round. And it's telling me to round to the nearest 100. That's two decimal places. Okay, so I've typed this in my calculator, and rounding to 2 decimal places, I'm going to get 206.25 square meters. So 2,220 square feet, 2,220 square feet is going to cash in for 206.25 square meters.